Hello, everyone. Bill Lewis here. Welcome you to yet another in our series of FLP North American Special Training webinars. It's a pleasure to be with you today, and we have some very, very special information on a wonderful product that Forever Living has just introduced at our rally about a month ago, a product that has already taken the market by storm. Today we'll receive our training from about our new and improved Forever Pro-B. Once again, our presenter is our very knowledgeable and enthusiastic Director of Product Development, Holly Stout. Holly, how are you today?
Hi, Bill. As always, so excited to be here with you. Thank you.
You're
Doing
welcome.
well.
We're happy to have you with us and look forward to the information you're going to share. So it's all yours, Holly.
Fantastic. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our webinar today. I'm coming to you live from the actual Forever Living product home office. Forever Living Products is the aloe vera company. We have been promoting the benefits of aloe vera and growing our own aloe vera for over 40 years, and we consider ourselves to be and are recognized globally as the foremost experts in aloe vera. And I'm really excited to talk to you today about a product that is a phenomenal complement to aloe vera, especially relevant in what we're seeing of what we know about the body, the way the body interacts, and the way we need to supplement our body in today's trends, today's technology, and based on today's science. So I'd like to introduce you to the brand new Forever Active Pro-B. Now, for our current existing FBOs, this is going to be a revolutionary new change. And for those of you who are just joining us and are brand new, I'm really excited to introduce you to this product. Now, most of you know me. We're going to talk about some really big things today. We're going to do what I call a deep dive, but then as always, I'm going to break it down to you in simple terms and technology that will allow you to help promote and use this product in the most efficient and effective ways possible. So let's first talk about gut health. It's a huge thing we're hearing all over the place, that so much happens and comes from the gut, and that gut health is absolutely central to overall health. We're also hearing in relation to the gut this new word called microbiome. And you think, gosh, that's a big word. What does it mean? Well, simply the microbiome is actually unique to you. So every single one of us have it, just like our fingerprints are unique. The microbiome in our bodies are actually unique, and they serve a very specific function. So the microbiome is simply this: it's a collection of microbes that live in and on the human body, and those are known as the microbiota. The microbiome refers to the complete set of genes within these microbes. And again, it's unique to you. And so you take these microbiomes and you picture it as a living, breathing organism that's this active central system that's really help signaling and promoting other areas of the body to perform or to not perform specific things. And we can affect our gut health with so many things individually that are really within our control. Stress is a huge contributor to this. Poor food choices, environmental factors, and a busy lifestyle. And again, if you can identify with one or more or all of those, that again is what makes your microbiome unique to you. And you have to realize that every single one of the choices that we make actually helps or supports or can and actually slow down that gut health process. So we need to remember that all of these can contribute or actually bog down our gastrointestinal tract. And we don't want that, because again, the gut health is so important, and to keep that microbiome flourishing, we need to be mindful of the things that we can control in order to support it. So you hear of digestive issues and how they affect the body, and there is a direct correlation to that gut health, the digestive tract, and the issues that result in the body. So we saw all of the things that contribute to it, and then we can see all of the results of those contributions. So fatigue, a weakened immune system, maybe you have difficulty maintaining a healthy weight, or you have problems with your skin. You know, we teach all the time that what goes in your your body actually can be seen on the outside of your skin, because your skin is a part of the organism that makes up your body and your microbiome. And so problems with your skin are a direct reflection of those 4 previous things that we talked about unique to you. The environment, the climate you live in, your lifestyle, the foods you eat, the stress that you're able to control or that you don't control. Those directly result in issues that our body will tell us, and we all know when things are out of balance, because if we feel really tired, or we are constantly catching the common flu, or we're really struggling maintaining that healthy body weight, we know that there's an issue, but we also know that there are solutions to that. And with that, we decided that we needed to actively look at options to support our brand new gel that we released just a month ago. And we decided the best companion would be a brand new probiotic. Now, Forever has always had a very progressive, extremely highly scientific formula, and I didn't think we could improve on it, but I'll tell you, after working on this project for 2 years and finding the right partners, the right scientists, the right methods of testing, I truly believe that this is one of the most phenomenal products on the market today, simply because it was made and selected strain by strain, test by test. And as you know, Rex and Greg and the whole team here would never release a product unless we had all of those complementary studies and tests to sustain this formula and know that what we are bringing to market is truly special and unique. So what is Forever Active Pro B? Well, it is a probiotic, and it contains over 8 billion CFU. Now, you're going to look up CFU if you're not familiar what that means. Let me tell you. It means colony forming units. What does that mean? Colony forming units are simply the way that these 8 billion bacteria get into your body. So I don't know if you know this, but our body actually has up to 3 pounds of bacteria. Did you know that? That our body actually has over 3 pounds of both good and bad bacteria. And there's many, many, many different types of bacteria in both good and bad. And as I mentioned, strain by strain, we looked at a way to complement what the body already does naturally and help really sustain that gut health flora, which is an element of the microbiome. So 8 billion colony forming units and 6 synergistic bacteria strains, which we'll go into in just a minute. We have active vial technology. I'm going to tell you all about that. But what's amazing about this is our studies that indicate that it has a greater ability to colonize and live in the intestine. Now, what is colonize and what does this all mean? It simply means these probiotics are tough and strong. They get into the gut, they colonize or simply reproduce and have the ability to sustain and live and synergistically support each other. So let's talk about those 6 beneficial strains of good bacteria. You're going to see we have the Bifidobacterium. We have 3 strains. We have the Bifidobacterium lactis, the Bifidobacterium longum, and the Bifidobacterium b bifidum. These are all amazing strains, again, designed and selected for very specific reasons. Then we have 3 lactobacillus strains, 2 which are very special and very unique and only found in the Forever Active Pro B in this combination. So the Lactobacillus rhamnosus, the Lactobacillus reuteri, and the Lactobacillus acidophilus are all complements in this formula. Now, we're all quite familiar with L. acidophilus, right? We hear about it in our yogurt. We hear about it being a live active bacteria that's good, that we can get through all of these different various means. It's in this formula at a synergistic profile. And when I say synergistic profile, you'll notice some numbers that are right next to the Lactobacillus rhamnosus and the Lactobacillus reuteri. These are, in essence, the DNA passport. So if you are to look up these strains and look up those numbers, you are going to get a direct correlating link to the breakdown at that DNA level of what these strains are and do, which makes them so unique. And again, we have these 6 strains that were carefully selected in this specific combination for the great balance at an 8 billion colony forming unit that allows these strains to get into the gut and do exactly what we expected to do. And what's cool and amazing is that we have clinically proven studies that show these strains actually do what they're supposed to do. These strains were actually tested at a Copenhagen University hospital, and this hospital is a leader in the gastroenterology field. And we partnered with this hospital into selecting these specific strains, the Lactobacillus rhamnosus and the Lactobacillus reuteri, because these strains were used and studied at this Copenhagen University hospital. The reuteri strain has actually been tested for over 20 years. And we have all of those studies and all of those clinical tests that validate that these two strains are so amazing and so valuable in a probiotic. And these two strains are also, they help to allow that extended colonization, that extended reproduction duration in the intestines. So it's these two that are the powerhouse that kind of wrap their arms around all the other strains and really help to deliver that amazing result in the gut. Now, one part of good bacteria is that good bacteria needs food in order to survive. And so as a part of this formula, we have included a prebiotic fiber. We all know that when we take this capsule, it has to pass through the stomach, and the stomach has a lot of acid that can really be harmful on certain bacteria. So we need to make sure that as they make that journey from the vial to the capsule, from the capsule to your mouth, from your mouth to your stomach, from your stomach into the intestines, we need to make sure that this good bacteria has food during its entire journey. So it helps to nourish the good bacteria through the journey, also as it meets into the large colon in the bowel, so that it again can begin to reproduce and sustain itself in that colon and bowel. It also helps, this prebiotic fiber also helps to support them during storage, which is extremely important because this product has a shelf life, and we want to make sure that from the moment it's manufactured till the moment it's at its shelf life, that those probiotics, those live microorganisms, that they stay alive and they stay fed and healthy during storage, transport, and delivery. So prebiotic fiber is really, really important to this because we need to keep that good bacteria fed and healthy as it makes its way down to where it needs to go. To do this, we actually have a really unique manufacturing process that uses cryotechnology. Now, you'll hear a lot of companies that have probiotics that they actually will put in what they call a freeze-dried state, which is an ability for them to come back awake and then activate. We've learned that that potential process could harm some of the bacteria. And so this way that we do it, this cryotechnology, we actually put a lovely protection around the strains before we actually take them to a deep state of sleep and dormancy. And then once they get into the digestive tract and they start interacting with the other good bacteria, and they also recognize the bad bacteria, they're activated, they wake up, and that's when they actually begin to what you call proliferate and reproduce in the digestive tract. The capsule is vegetarian, which is made from a plant cellulose, and it's also opaque to protect the probiotics from light. Again, we have spared no expense, 2 years of scientific research, making sure we got the right strains, that they stayed alive from the beginning that we manufacture to the end of its shelf life, as well as through that long journey through the body to get to where they need to go. And the manufacturing process lends to also a very important packaging type, because again, we need to make sure that these stay active and alive and get to exactly where they need to go. So we had to look for a very unique packaging in order to help preserve that lifespan. So this is a new active vial technology, and it's the latest in engineering really to help maximize the shelf life. When you get this little vial, it's kind of got like a little pop top, and you'll notice kind of a sleeve inside of it. This sleeve is moisture tight and the seal is spill proof. So that the seal, when you get that sleeve, it can control moisture absorption, again, to ensure the maximum colony forming unit delivery. So from the beginning of the selection of the strains down to the way we put those strains together, the way that we manufacture those strains to ensure that they are well fed and that they stay alive and that they make it through on their journey, and that through the packaging process, it helps to protect those probiotics. We have done, in my opinion, what no company has done in the ability of selecting these strains. And again, we are the first and only to have this combination of strains in this format. So we can be so proud to share the latest and the newest in probiotic technology from start to finish. You know, I did not know that I needed a probiotic until I started working here at Forever Living Products. And as I began the process working with an amazingly talented scientific team of chemists and formulators and began taking different prototypes of this formula, I realized that I needed a probiotic because I had the issues that you saw previously and was wondering what they were attributed to. And we have to realize that our gut has good and bad bacteria. And the more good bacteria we have, just picture it kind of growing like a sponge. At that point, once the good bacteria is there, there's no more room for the bad bacteria to reproduce, and that good bacteria begins to go to work. So we're so pleased and excited to introduce this product to you. Grab it, go get it today. It is so powerful, so wonderful. You're going to get amazing results from it. And I wish you so much success as you begin to promote this new wonderful probiotic. So Bill, I'm going to toss it back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Holly, and for helping us to understand the new Forever Active Pro B. What a fantastic product. If you have a second, though, I got a couple of questions for you, Holly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we talked about the Pro B and how important it is, and we talked about the prebiotic and the probiotic and all that. Tell us when and how should these capsules, is there any recommendation as to how they should be swallowed or taken, or when? Can you give us anything on that?
That is an absolute great question, Bill. It would be recommended taking about 30 minutes before you have your meal, any time of day. It's what's convenient for you. The most important thing is that you're taking them. And as we all know, aloe vera gel is an amazing prebiotic that can help sustain, again, that lifespan of those probiotics as they make their way down into the gut and help to flora that microbiome. So they're actually best taken with aloe gel because the products really go together. The aloe gel simply helps more with the absorption and that prebiotic, that polysaccharide that helps nourish those probiotics. And that's really how I would recommend promoting and selling them. For every gel you sell or promote, we should always be selling them in tandem with our new Forever Active Pro B.
Wonderful, great. Okay, so in addition to the prebiotic that's kind of like preloaded into the Pro B capsule, the gel would even add to the effectiveness by giving it an extra boost. That's good knowledge. I don't think most people realize that or think about that. So we definitely want to sell both up together as a set. And now that we've mentioned the gel, I have one more question. It's a little bit off topic, but it's one that we're getting from the field, and I thought you could address it, Holly, today, is as people are drinking our new aseptic formula or process gel, they're noticing that it does not appear to have pulp, and they're asking about that. So can you address that for us?
Absolutely. You know, you're absolutely right. When you take the new aloe vera gel that's been processed aseptically and packaged in Tetra Pak, the feel in your mouth is very, very different. We're used to more of a pulpy gel-like feel. I can assure you all of the pulp is there. It is all present. But to transition to this new aseptic process, we had to standardize the size of the pulp so it could pass through this massive aseptic processing. So in simple terms, it was just kind of grounded down. We've not strained it. We've not removed it. It has just been ground down to a more fine size so that it's standardized as it passes through this aseptic process. So it's really broken down into a finer juice. It's still still there, it's still prevalent, but in order to make it preservative free, we had to make sure that the size of the pulp was at a size that we could pass through our entire system. So it's there, it's not been strained, it's just been broken down into a finer juice, and it's released some of that fantastic flavor and benefits, allowing us to remove some of the ingredients and have 3 simple ingredients designed for that overall optimum health that we get from our aloe vera gel.
Great. Okay, Holly, thank you so much once again for all that you do for us, and we appreciate having you here with us today.
Thank you, Bill.
You bet. We'll see you soon. Okay, it's time for us to close. This webinar, as always, has been recorded, and it'll be available for you to review Monday or so on our Vimeo.com site. Those of you who attended the live broadcast will be sent a link via email. In the meantime, we wish for you all the success you desire as you continue to build your forever business, and say bye for now.